Are you guys?
This is the Ford F150 Power Wheels, and we're gonna upgrade it with some headlights. So the first thing that we're gonna do here is we're gonna take the front bumper off, and we did that by removing these screws here, one here, and these 4 down here. Now we removed these 3 screws here, and that lets us take the headlight off. We got these 3/4 inch clear LCD penny lights. So this is the LED light that we have, and then I took off the headlight assembly here. Back up a little bit there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drill a hole in here and then pull this in here. So I have a spade bit set that I'll use to put a hole in there. That's what it looks like. The first light in, so we're going to put that one back in. So I should mention here that all of these screw holes here, they're all these self-tapping plastic ones. If you haven't seen my video on how to never strip these plastic screw holes again, watch that video. I will put a link up in the comments, and you should see a card pop up with a suggestion. So please check that out before you start busting these on your kid car. And there you guys can see what they look like now with the headlights in. Right there. Now, and right there. I think it's going to look sharp. Now what we got to do is we got to look at the wiring here. So what we're going to do is we're going to run these in parallel. So we're going to run the wires in behind here, and then we'll have a longer lead. And then what we're going to use a splice-in connector to connect it into the lead into the battery. Like that, I'm really going to minimize any of the soldering I need to do. I'm going to just need to solder these into a parallel circuit, but then just the the splice-in connector to the battery with some electrical tape. So on these lights, the white light was the negative based on what I see printed on the back of the light. So what I've now done is I've wired them with the butt connectors. Where are they here? I've used a butt connector right here. So I'm not using, so I didn't need to solder it. And then I've connected those two together. Then here I've got a tap in splice that's running through the firewall here, if that's what you want to call it. Or I guess it's not the firewall, it's the front bumper. So, and that goes into here, and then on the Power Wheels the black lead is the negative. So that's where I've got connected. Now the positive is we're going to have a lead going from the headlight to a switch and then back to the battery. So for that we got to go through the firewall. So I've now wired both of them here and through the wall into the cavity here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to close off the front again and then start working away. So it's these screws, there's 2 back here on each side, and then the bottom. Alright, so what I've done is here's the power coming from the front, or here's the lines coming from the headlights, and then the power goes through the firewall here into where we're going to put the switch there, and I just have it looped back and connected here with a tap and splice. Like this I can already test it. So what I'll do is I'll plug it in, and then you see the lights are on right there. Come on, where is it? There you go. So the lights work. Now to wire in the switch. Alright, so we've screwed that back down again. We've run all the wires through the firewall here. Excuse me please. Excuse me please. Alright, and here's our switch right here, our toggle switch that we're going to use to power on the light. So now what we're going to do is take our tools out of here, clean up, and then we're going to test it out. Alright. Let's go, lights on, lights off. Awesome. There they go. sweet. And at night they'll probably even work